sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. Imagine that, a future that's super black. Long as your skin brown, your superpowers intact. What would your powers be? Just hope it ain't super whack. Spatial manipulation, create a portal that's black. Maybe just super speed, time travel to run it back. Or cheat manipulation to keep my spirit intact. As I encounter evils the world face, demons the world makes, I needed the world to stay. Rest in peace to Chadwick, they killed all the Black Panthers. Told us white lies, I still marvel at black answers. Suits in DC, pray it lead to a civil war. It ain't no Justice League, what's the need to be civil for? Propelled like the juggernaut, it's clear ain't no stopping this. The world in grave danger, who can stop the apocalypse? They killed all the heroes, the new ones don't really care. But if you need me, put your fist up in the air. Yeah, in the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black. In the sky, it's a bird, it's a plane. Flying high, I emerge through the flames. Have no fear, I'm here, so stand back. Melanin activate, the name is super black.
Hey, yo, it's another episode of Blurred's Eye View. I'm your man on the wall, Chris Fury. What's going on? If you are watching us right now, thank you for tuning in. Hit that notification bell on the YouTube channel. Give us a follow on Twitch. Look at the IG link, the link tree in the bio, and you'll find all the great stuff that's getting dropped almost on a daily now, along with Fury's reacts and reviews. But until then...
Reacts reviews?
What's going on to my people? DC and Candy B, what's going on?
Every time you say DC, I think about that Stomp song by Kirk Franklin. I want to say, DC, are you with me? Like every time. I just felt like sharing that. I'm going to go to the hospital next week, you guys. Ha! Not because I'm pregnant or an STD.
I was going to say, I'm like, the way she... Okay, because
no, I would not announce on Blurred's Eye View that I'm pregnant. I did not
Hi
tell
guys,
the guy.
got yeast infections. Follow.
Oh my god!
The gift that keeps giving. No, I have to
Guess
go see
who
an
else got a
orthopedic,
clapper?
Right. That would be awful. Like I ain't never caught nothing but a baby, but I'd have to box a Negro if I ever got an STD. I just feel like
Baby,
that's
sit down.
the
No,
word.
we need to talk.
Like, how do you say that?
That's an
how
odd
do you
conversation.
that?
Just want to let you know I caught stupidity. You might want to get yourself checked out.
No, I see why some people lie about it. Although if you have an STD, don't be lying.
12 now.
But I see why people lie about it. But anyway, I have to go see an orthopedic surgeon because my body is a bum. And I need to make sure I'm not going to die. So I'll let you guys know what the x-rays say on the next episode. How long does Candy
She's
be
growing extra bones. We got a live mutant on our hands over here.
It's like, you know, that invasion.
My money's on 28 days.
28 days. Your money's on 28 days.
That would be crazy. Oh, my God.
Oh, it's a good thing she stays on the other side of town. I got time.
No, you saw they was running. You saw they was getting it. That cardio is up. Them new zombies. I want the zombies that ain't got the cardio.
Yeah, I want them Walking Dead versions. I don't want them other joints.
Amen. We need enough time to plan, to hunker down. I can't do the World War Z.
Get the hell out the bunker.
We're going to die. Like,
right.
A lot of us are going, unless you're like fucking American Ninja Warrior, you're going to die. You're going to die.
That's true.
They're going to make it. I was watching that shit last night. That shit is incredible what they do. They're going to make it. We're all dead.
Like if you don't keep up on your cardio, and I don't mean just like casually going to the gym. I mean,
No, you really have to like survive and then like siphon gas and know what berries in the woods could kill you. Like we're gonna die, y'all.
Exactly, the berries.
Fuck that part.
Don't
That'd
eat
be the
those.
part of like, hey DC, don't eat the red ones.
Already ate them.
How much time do I have?
Although
Right.
shameless plug on the Black Forger, if you're not following her on IG
Oh, she's
or her
dope. She's
TikTok,
dope. She is dope.
follow her because she will teach you how to like go in your local backyard and be like, oh, this is good, this is bad. So I'm learning a little bit of something, but I'm still very much dead. I'd be surprised if I lasted 90 days.
Like she said, boil it for 10 minutes, not 5.
Listen, dead.
DC
Dead.
ate some wild mushrooms out there.
If the zombies don't kill me, whatever I eat in the woods will. That's just
Oh, jeez.
what's gonna happen.
What's going on with you, D?
Question. I do have permission to tell this story, so I'm gonna tell it real quick.
Okay.
Do you guys ever order from somewhere and they like know your order over the phone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought my wife was the only one because I got ordered Chinese food and I was like, yeah, let me get such and such, such and such. She's like, oh, lady with family, you want the sauce too?
That's adorable.
I was
Not
like,
lady
damn.
with family.
Yeah, that's what she called her, lady with family. I was like,
Imagine what she says about other people. Oh, single lady. Like,
no, and
damn.
then what's crazy is she got off the phone, and then she got off the phone. She's like, yeah, them niggas ordered again.
I'm pretty sure that's what she said.
She said it in Chinese, but I'm pretty sure that's what
But
it sounds
yeah,
like.
we're pretty. We have like
It was real
confirmed
spicy.
sources.
on key
That's
with what we
It was
what we know what
spicy.
we want.
I
We're
don't
not
know why
exactly getting something different all the
we
time.
really think we be knowing what Asians be saying about it. Like no other group does that, but Black. We swear we know when any race is talking trash about us.
There's two groups of people who talk in their language, and you really can't determine what it is. It's the Germans and the Asians, and they always have this inflection where it's hard. Everything's hard and yelling.
Everything is like, are you happy right now? You gotta
Everything is amazing.
Is that a good thing?
So did I do something wrong? I'm saying.
It's a real hard read. Same for the Russians. Real hard read.
Oh yeah, real hard read.
I don't know what's going on.
Well, unless they laughing with a vodka in their hand, I'm like, you might be okay.
Yeah, for 2 seconds, then you're shot in the face. We don't know these people.
Yeah.
They can laugh before they kill somebody. The fuck?
Laugh at anything.
and kick you in the chest.
Right.
Like, this is how we play.
Yeah. See, no, I don't watch. They got a bad rap. I'm sorry. That's one of them stereotypes I believe. They got a bad rap.
Those 80s and 90s movies did not help at all.
The fact that we all just say the Russians is a problem. That's super problematic. Because if someone was like, oh, the blacks, we'd be like, what? Why you say that about us?
Like everybody, all our ears perk up. Like, who you talking about?
Yeah, but we like willingly say, oh, the Russians. What?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Black people can get away with that because we're not racist. We're just bigot. We hate everybody equally.
We do get away with a lot of shit.
We hate everybody equally. That's like, we just have a distrust for people equally.
Nobody's, the Germans, the Koreans, the Chinese, the Russians.
Oh my God, we do. We say that about the Korean. We'll say the Korean. Wow, just lumping everybody.
Hey,
damn, son.
One good.
Like, no, don't feel bad. It's not you. It's not you neither. It's just we don't trust anybody.
Well,
and can you blame us?
Yeah.
Also witnessed the Circle of Life this morning.
What?
The Circle of Life.
No, I heard you. I was what?
When you say the Circle of Life, it's okay. Go ahead. No, it's like when you say the Circle of Life, I think of birth and death.
Well, it's funny you should say that. Smell my eyes, dog. Let me tell you a story. I shouldn't say dog like that. So my wife's dogs had puppies, and 4 of them. So I went to make coffee this morning. My wife come downstairs. It's about 7 a.m. The good twilight of the sun.
Not him setting
beaming
the
over the house. You know what I mean?
He got a
gentle breeze going through. A taxi cab just happened to drive by, and all of her, oh my God, babe, come in here. I'm like, what? Did somebody drop a bag of money off? Like, you don't just scream like that at 7 a.m. for no reason. So my dog had ate one of the puppies. Yeah. But
I've heard this before. I've heard this before.
Push pin because Chris was just too normal for me. I ain't never heard of no dog eating another fucking dog.
In nature, if the baby ain't strong enough to make it, it got to go. It's the quote
That's
unquote essential.
understandable.
If
So
I
you eat
brought
it?
you into the
Yeah.
Well, not all of it. She left the ass and legs. But you know I'm an asshole, so I made a few jokes. I was like, that's the
Is it
first
a mercy killing, or do they?
It's more like that.
kinda. Yeah. But
Okay, because I'm just like,
But
why
wait,
would you eat your
you got to get
baby?
these jokes. You got to get these jokes. So I was like, damn, that's one of the cases where I put you in this world, I can take you out, like really coming to life.
Yes.
There was another joke. I was like, well, at least we know she don't eat ass, but she gave killer head.
I don't find this entertaining.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't you looking at it the wrong way. It happened.
Because she's not accustomed to it. And
At
that's
At
why.
all. Like,
Sorry.
oh my God. I don't
had
want to
to
be
make
in the
you
show
it-
anymore.
because
Not me about to cry.
look,
Not
It-
the babies.
it was
No, I'm really
it wasn't gonna make
sad.
it. And it was just one of them things where the mom knew best. You know what I mean? It happens. I had to make light of it and make jokes because
It's such
one,
a
that's
dark
who I am,
thing.
and two, it's 7 a.m. Like you can't start off the day like that. So you know, everything's doing better. The other puppies are now strong and everything. I got rid of their ass. It was just one of them things, man. It was it's how my day started. So that just let you know what kind of day I had from there. It was like everything was crazy,
Weird.
but you
I
know,
was gonna say, yeah. But no,
I had
it
to-
is unfortunately it's a thing that's common in nature. And dogs aren't the only one that does it. We just see it more often when it comes to dogs. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of that. It's no other term to say this, like circle of life. It's like, you know, I would prefer they go back within than go out, I guess. I don't know. It's a weird thing that we just don't even question.
I don't wanna
Candy,
hear it
Candy
anymore.
is speechless.
sorry.
She's like, I'm getting cats from now
Well,
on.
I had to tell that story
I am
because
not well.
if I just casually said it, people wouldn't believe me. Like that actually happened. Like we came down, like because you like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there's 4 puppies there. You think one's hidden under the cover. You don't expect to pull back the sheet, the curtains, and be like, "There's only an ass there."
Damn. Right.
Where did we go from here? Like it was just in the mornings.
So
We didn't name it, so it's not like
the
know,
attachment
what to
wasn't
call it.
there.
Well, I mean, there was still attachment to me because you know it's a living thing. So, I mean, that's just like But I say that to say this, like that's in the animal world. Like imagine, let's not imagine that. Never mind.
Oh, jeez.
Well, I'm just saying, like we forget, like as humans, like how many, like the animal world is different, but kind of the same.
Yeah.
As Brandy has one single tear rolling down her face.
Yes, that one
That's
tear.
One
That
one
Denzel
tear
tear.
to
Dramatic.
Sorry, but I didn't mean to kill the moment, but it was just one of the
Currently,
things
Candy
where I
B
was
has
like,
the glory tear going down her face right now.
No, I'm not that good. Denzel was good. That check must have cleared something nice because I wouldn't
Oh,
have been
it
able to
was
produce
fierce.
that.
He was like, how much? It's already in the
How
account.
much? Yeah, run that camera.
Roll the camera,
Run it.
brother. I'm ready.
I'll play a slave. Run it back. Run it back.
Oh man. Well, on that little note, let's get into some of the news.
Jesus
So
Christ.
weird. It's weird. We gonna figure it out. So happy birthday, 81st birthday, I should say, to
Yeah.
Peter Cullen, voice of Optimus Prime.
Oh,
He's still hanging around there. He still does the voice in certain animated series. He's like some of them's on Netflix actually. So happy 81st birthday.
I really
to
thought for
Peter
the
Cullen.
movies it was Liam Nielsen. I was bugging.
He does have that low.
It sounded dead like him. I
it
swore
wasn't
it was
Liam
him.
Neeson?
It wasn't. I had to look it up one day because I swore to God it was him,
Who is
and
it?
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know the
It's
guy.
still what for the movies or
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
I
the
thought that
movies? It was
Liam
still
Neeson.
Peter Cullen.
I thought it was Liam Nielsen, bro.
Yeah. It's still Peter
skills.
Cullen did every last one.
He
was the only one in all the films who was the original.
Yeah, that's why Taken threw me off, because I would have answered that phone like Optimus. Like it sounds just like
Decepticons over here, my nigga.
Right.
Basically.
We lost a couple people over the weekend. One of them was Bill Russell, NBA legend, Boston Celtics legend. I think he was 88, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Pat Carroll, who was the voice of Ursula, she was 89 or 90. She was in her 90s. And of course, Nichelle Nichols, who blazed the trail on Star Trek, and not just Star Trek, but just things that happen behind the scenes, dealing with that show and dealing with race, and actually being one of the first on-screen kisses with William Shatner on the show. So like really dope. When I say she really changed the game, like Martin Luther King was telling her she needs to take that role.
I read about that article.
She's major moves.
I'm happy all the information is going around that way. Of course, generations after can know about her, because as soon as something's viral, at least somebody younger picks up on it.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
DC, you're the big gamer of the group. What do you think about GTA and this new having a female protagonist as the focus?
At this point, I don't give a fuck who they put. They can put a monkey as the main person. Just put the goddamn game out. It's been like 10 years since they.
It has been. It has been 10 years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
It's been a long ass time. Like I've been playing the same game from like regular Xbox to Xbox 360 to Xbox Turbo to Xbox.
I thought they were done making the games.
No, they actually put. They were supposed. It was supposed to be GTA. Was it 6?
This is supposed to be 6. This is 6.
And then it was supposed to be a new Red Dead Revolver. And then it was supposed to be a third game. I can't remember what the third one was. They put off Red Dead in the other game for the sake of GTA. They just like, let's put it all the focus in GTA.
It forever. Like it's been reported for the last at least 5+. It's coming. It's like the great white whale. Like you hear about it, but you don't.
Like
know
a Dr. Dre album.
Yeah, like it's somewhere.
For like 20 fucking years.
Yeah, like that Wu-Tang album old dude had, Martin Shriver, whatever his name was. Like we know it's there somewhere. We just don't know when and where it happened. So it's supposed to be coming out. They do have a Latina main character. It's supposed to be 2, kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde type thing, but you play as the female. That's what I heard so far, but after 10 years, that ain't enough. Like, nigga, you had plenty of time to tell us that like 5 years ago. I need more. Like,
so what are you looking for on this game? Because when I would play, I'd only play just to see how many stars I could rack up. I would never really.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna play the story mode because that shit.
It's a small group of people who actually.
No, I don't
know none of them.
Don't get me wrong. I play the story mode, but when the online world is just so much better.
Exactly.
Especially for anarchists like me who just like going around blowing people's shit up and laughing.
That's the best part of the game. That's what sold me. I said, we can do what? Man, let me beat up this lady for a car real quick.
Ride around blowing people's shit up and hear them like, oh my God, man, why? You'd be like, your mom asked me to. Get off the game, Johnny.
Do not get off the game, Johnny. Although I was shook the first time somebody tried to fight me back for their car. I said, whoa.
Yeah, you forget that they ain't non-players.
Like, no, this isn't
that
free guy.
This ain't free guy, right? This ain't the free guy. Oh my God. CW finally released. They said Flash final season, season 9, 13 episodes. Finally. Now, don't get me wrong. It's the last of the Arrowverse because they do not count Superman and Lois, and they do not count Stargirl, despite them being DC properties. They, as a matter of fact, Superman and Lois actually, their last episode of the season, General Lane actually says that Superman is like the only hero in the world. And I'm like, well, damn, you just kind of disregarded Supergirl and everything else. Or that tells me
their bases. They know the rest of that shit going by the wayside. It's like,
right.
This shit alive. We not crossing all these niggas over.
Listen, what do you think we are?
Like,
we don't have a Kevin Feige over here. We don't fucking care.
We're wrapping this up. Just came through the pipe. Batgirl will not be released theatrically or on HBO Max.
Yeah, they shut all that shit down.
I'm actually I understand why. It's like they're 90. It's a 90 million. It costs $90 million, but they're under new total management. They're under total new management, and they like,
man, they better take $1 million and put out Poison Ivy or something, nigga. Like somebody.
Now he's on to something. You laughing, but that's my girl. Now we on something. Give Pamela
$90 million for Batgirl.
Give Pamela a show, damn it.
What?
It was a lot.
That is outrageous. That is a lot of fucking money for an ancillary ass character.
Now, based off of how Chris gave rave reviews to that new Harley Quinn cartoon show, I would take a live action. I'd take a live action version of that. Give me Harley and the rest of them. Like, can we do something like that?
Fucking wonderful. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. Harley Quinn's amazing. Harley Quinn's amazing. That shit's hilarious.
It starts off a little slow.
But
that's what I think it was for me. I was like, what is going on? So I couldn't make it past episode 2. And it wasn't like there were funny moments.
Oh, yeah, it's too soon.
Where's my goddamn flying car, Bruce? That is my favorite line.
That is okay. So we're gonna give away a scene because this shit is hilarious. If you can take everything you know about the DC Comics universe and put it to the side, this shit is hilarious. All right. Joker has Batman tied up. One of his cronies is Scarecrow. Scarecrow snatches off the mask and he's like, oh, it's billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne. And he was like, next, Joker says, I have one question. Where the fuck's my electric car, Bruce? I put down money for an electric car. He didn't give a fuck about his identity or nothing else.
That shit
it was so funny. But it's a lot of stuff that they do. You're just like, but it's funny because they don't hold nothing back.
Maybe they push it like that. It's like a cartoon.
Commissioner Gordon's a hapless drunk. It was just like,
I mean, given his past, wouldn't anybody be Jesus Christ?
He's like
it's
like
basically Batman meets Rick and Morty kind of. It's nothing like the regular DC universe.
Okay,
nothing like it.
It's
no
not
ties
with all the
whatsoever.
Science and all that,
it sounds like it makes fun of its own like stupidity. Or
that's what it does.
It does.
It really just pokes fun at like Batman being like this fucking crybaby man baby hero.
Mm-hmm.
It makes fun of like Harley and Quinn and Joker being like. And Bane, they kill Bane in this show. Like, if you like Bane, this ain't the show for you because they make. Bane
I know, like from some previews that I saw, the one thing that made me almost want to give it a chance is Poison Ivy's pet reminded me of Aubrey from
Frank,
Little Shop of Horrors, and I was like, oh my god, he's saying funny stuff.
Frank is voiced by JB Smooth.
JB Smooth, go ahead, get your paper.
Yeah,
it's like this show's hilarious. When you get past everything you know about the DC universe, you're just like, fuck
it's
that.
Raunchy
I'll watch this
and
shit.
Adult. There's a lot of sexual stuff in it. A lot of it's definitely for adults.
It is not for kids at all. Like at all. Like first episode, like none. DC, I know I told you on the group chat, but Frank is back.
Yes, she did.
Frank Castle is back now.
Cool.
Here's the thing. He also is rumored that he will also get an 18 episode series. He'll show up first. And what for Frank?
Fuck Frank. If I don't see Luke Cage, I don't give a damn about none of these niggas. I'm not getting off that fucking soapbox. I don't care about Daredevil. I don't care about Luke Cage. I don't care about
hold your loins. Hold your loins. Hold on. Nobody's talking about Iron Fist. Nobody talking. We don't mention Iron Fist. Yeah, we don't mention Iron Fist in this. You don't mention
that nigga with Shang-Chi. I don't see Luke Cage. None of this means nothing.
Now, everything that we got in San Diego Comic-Con 2022, the news that we got from Kevin Feige, that was just the tip of the iceberg. People think that was a lot of news. That wasn't shit. They held back a lot because September 10th, they have their investors meeting called D23. That's when the real shit pops off. So what we got,
that ain't shit.
What we got, that's just that. Like they're like, did y'all think we gave you the meat and the potatoes? Nigga, this was just as damn.
That's what she said.
That's the day.
Bye.
Had to get one.
Oh my! You had to get one. But yeah, that's some of the
Yeah,
news
I'm
for
talking
this
shit,
week.
but I never even watched Luke Cage, to be honest.
What?
No. Found
I
out the
never
lead
watched
actor.
Daredevil.
Nope. Found out the lead actor like white girls. I'm good.
Wow.
I'm petty. We can't be pro-black and doing other stuff. I'm sorry. I'm petty.
But the
I'm petty.
character Luke is married
I'm
to
petty.
Jessica anyway.
I'm petty.
So
That's different. That's Jessica Jones is like straight, in my opinion, even though he banged her out as a character. That's different. That crosses racial lines. I like her, so that's different. We talk about real life shit.
Okay.
okay, yeah, I know what she's saying.
It's not
that's
logical, but as a woman, I
Yeah,
don't
that
have
makes
to.
That's
this
just-
very whimsical. That makes
I'm a whimsical woman. I don't have to think logically. I said what I said.
whimsical woman Candy B. That's it.
Said what I said. I was like,
Right.
what? And then I saw Charlie out here with a black girl. Charlie like black women, and he blind.
So does Loki.
I'm done.
Yeah,
So
Loki
does
with the sisters too. I don't fucking
And got a baby on the way.
I don't.
Whoa.
And we found out old boy.
Wait.
What he gonna play? Wait a minute. Wasn't Joe Magna whatever? Just found out he was black.
Joe Matt was That dude just found out
Wasn't he in the DC verse playing somebody?
Yeah, he was supposed to. Well, he actually
was
showed up
Slade.
as Deathstroke
Thank you.
at the
Thank you.
end of Batman versus Superman,
Thank you. So yeah, Deathstroke's black.
and just found out.
Oh my God. That nigga is not black. He ain't been through no struggles.
Just
He
found out.
he woke up one day
Oh,
and
no,
decided
no,
he was,
wait
he
a
was
minute.
black.
This is what solidified it for me, and this is not funny. This is actually kind of sad, but I laugh. So I was
It's not
reading
the
the
Sophia. It's
article.
not him being married to Sophia Vergara, is it?
No.
That's not it.
I was reading
He
the
like big butts
article,
and fried chicken. He's black.
and he was like, oh, my whole life, my whole family has been saying this, that, and the other. So what we all believe. So he's like, if this isn't my last name, then like, what's my last name? Who am I? And I was like, welcome to the fold, my nigga. Because a lot of us don't know our original last names. A lot of us can't trace shit back. So it's just keep going down the rabbit
just
hole.
stop.
There's more. There's
We
more.
just go
Get
through,
ready
we
for
just
it.
get our bloodline.
Now,
It's like,
lucky-
okay,
lucky
we know
for you.
we know 50% of us come from Nigeria. The other 50%
What percentage of black
Right.
is he?
is
Right.
Guyanese. We know that.
What
much.
percentage of black is he?
I don't know. The article didn't go through percent. Apparently, he went to that. I don't remember what the show
He
was
went
called.
to,
But Your DNA, and it was
Revealing
like
Your Roots.
his granddad or great granddad is black and
His
was
fifth
light enough
generation
to
grandfather.
pass, so he passed as whatever. He took on somebody else's last name, and that's just what they did. And I was like, damn.
I ain't falling for it.
And on the same note, Ben Affleck found out he is the descendant of slave owners.
That's about
And-
right.
And
Yeah,
it-
and he told
surprise,
the people
surprise, nigga.
that he told
And his
them
whole
to edit
family,
that
like,
out.
Ain't
in
half of
Boston. They're like
Yes.
From Boston.
from fucking Boston. The
wish I
white
had
man
that
from
clip right there.
Massachusetts owned slaves. Oh my
Oh
god.
God. Lordy, what is we's gonna do?
Crazy.
That's
Now, you
outrageous.
going on
I'm
something
so
like, I don't-
surprised.
It would take a lot to shock us. We'd have to hear something like Angelina Jolie or Britney Spears was half black, like on for sure.
I
It
would have
be-
to hear Carrot Top.
Angelina
was like,
Jolie, I would be like,
It got to be
Explains
Carrot
a
Top for
couple
me. If
things.
somebody was like, yeah, you know, Carrot Top is a brother, I'd be like,
not the inhale.
the hard inhale, the hard.
I see
hard
the
inhale.
hair. I see the hair.
Hey, without the hair though, who is somebody you would believe like that's flat out white that you'd be like, yes.
It used to be Justin Timberlake, but he fucked that up. with
Nah,
Nickelback.
nah.
Yeah,
You don't.
that-
Yeah,
that
he
bag
right.
up.
Good man.
fucked
Good
that
eye,
bag up.
DC. Good eye.
He was
Fuck
cool
that
until
bag.
Nipplegate. He was like, oh, he can dance. Okay, he got rhythm. Can't nobody love you. Boop. And then he got-
Okay then. You see all the vocals?
The scruples on this man. How dare he?
who else? I don't know. That's a tough question.
I'd
It is a
say
tough
like
question.
because I'm thinking about nothing but superheroes right now. I'd say like Loki and Benedict, just off of like swag.
Chris Evans.
Benedict would be the.
Chris Evans is black
No,
now.
wait.
What you talking?
No, he's not. But
He's
yeah.
he's shown already. Like this dude is across the board. Like I'm like, dude, your middle name's Jamal. Like what the hell?
How is it spelled?
Jamal. J-A-M-A-L.
Wait a minute. That's first of all, that's just a black ass response. How is it spelled?
Because you can spell a
word.
nigga. I seen a couple Ashleys and Dominiques, but it wasn't spelled the black way.
There is a black way. He is correct.
If it's not spelled the black
it's
way,
the
he
black
can
way.
be Jamil.
No, that's no.
No,
it's
he's spelling
Jamal.
like C-Bear and Jamal.
Yeah,
C-Bear Jamal. Yeah, like C-Bear Jamal.
that's his real middle name or something.
That's his real middle
He
name.
need to do a DNA.
Yeah, because I don't believe that. That nigga was like, I'm going to Hollywood.
But you know what? He had to own slaves too, because ain't his hometown all Boston and stuff too?
Yeah, he's from out that way too.
Then that's it.
Never mind.
That's a wrap.
He from Boston. Anything from Boston.
From Boston. It's your cousin from Boston.
What's his name? Marky Mark and the Funk Brunch? Nope.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Wahlburgers.
Used to be Wahlburgers until I found out they're from Boston too. Oh, are they from Philly?
No,
it's Boston. They Boston.
But I ain't gonna hold you based off like watching they show Wahlburgers. It seemed like Ben probably grew up in the park with like money, like him and Matt Damon and them, and Mark and them grew up in the
They grew up in the hood.
They was out there. They was at the bar. They was.
Yeah, I heard they was cutting up out there for real. Like they mama tell all
so
they business.
So they might get a pass.
They might.
They grew up in the slums of Boston.
We respect for some reason. We respect like when the whites grow up in poverty. We're like,
I respect if you grew up on the wrong side of the track.
You get the struggle a little bit closer. I'm not saying you get it all.
I'm saying because if you went through a struggle,
it's still a struggle.
I like Joe Montaigne, whatever his name was, Mac DiLiano. That nigga grew up in
real shit. What is his last name? Say that shit. Like, what is it?
It's
Joe
Italian.
Magliano.
Yeah, is it Magliano?
Chris, you were not helping. Right. He asked you to spell something and you said it. And now we ask you to say this nigga's name and you talk about it's Italian. We know that. We wanted you to say it.
Oh, you wanted me to say it,
Magliano. Joe Magliano, yeah. I know his last name. That nigga is super Italian.
That changes the game.
Show up at a HBCU. This is brother Mac DiLiano.
Shut up. Now he graduated from Howard.
Clark Atlanta.
Clark Atlanta.
He was actually in
Auburn State.
He was in a marching band and shit.
Light as a bumblebee.
Oh my god. Yeah,
Alabama
hey, they put cornrows on that nigga. I was weak.
He was the major red shit up front.
It was like you look back, you were like, see, now I can't even get mad because it's just
that nigga's new last name is Jenkins, flat out.
Joe Jenkins.
Joe Jenkins.
That's it.
Go ahead and get him to the family. He's gonna be a Blur Con. Watch.
Yeah, brothers and sisters, I was at Clark Atlanta.
Not sorry. No, because the people that we adopt into our culture, brother and sister,
we was Kangs.
Jesus. For 400 years.
Grand Rising, brothers and sisters. Good morning.
Oh, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. How did I forget about him?
Oh, yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
That's one.
He definitely was a nigga because that nigga was in jail more than.
Listen, his rap sheet, I'm like, yeah.
That nigga should have like.
I never thought that dude would turn
like
around.
Brian Gumble for a while.
Not Brian Gumble.
I love that Wayne Brady joke. But yeah,
we'll trade out Brian Gumble for Robert Downey.
Yeah. Hell, I trade a pack.
That's an easy trade.
Cool.
I trade Brian Gumble for a pack of Bubblicious right now. Like,
well, at least you ain't say
Starburst. Now his brother is hood.
Yeah.
What happened
you see the night and day between them two.
Brother, I love.
Yeah, you see the night, the way they talk, the cadence, and when he talks.
Hi, I'm Brian Gumble. His brother be like, "Yeah, nigga, what's up?" It's the older brother Gumble.
Like it's no question. No question.
I need a buddy cop movie with him right now. Oh, the Brothers Gumble. That's fucking hilarious.
The Brothers Gumble.
That's what I need in my life. Somebody write that script, make that happen.
Oh my God. Well, that was the news so far of this week. So, if many of us on this panel have grown up in the 90s.
Well, growing up, but yeah. I was there.
I was there. Also, what the 90s has managed to give us is a shit ton of action movies, just like the 80s. But there was a shit ton of action movies consistently. A lot of them were overlooked. A lot of them were swept under the rug. A lot of them were cult classics.
Come on, Colt.
Some
A
were
lot of
stinkers.
them were, let's say, they were shitty.
Yes, a lot of them were shitty. And we're here to talk about them. So, we will start. Let's start with.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's start with yours, DC. Let's start with yours. Tell us about yours. This is the first one. First one is up. Steel.
Come on, man. That was the first black superhero. Or third or something. I don't know. But, like, this is young Shaq. I'm about to go to L.A. I'm about to make a splash. And he was a Superman fan, so he came out with Steel. For those who don't know, Steel was like kind of a Superman in a suit. It was a good movie. It sucked, but it was good.
It just.
I mean, look at the cover, the poster, dog. Like the poster,
exactly.
Superheroes don't come any bigger.
It just kind of
Man, Metal Hero. Psh, that was a movie, man.
It just kind of, you know.
It was, look at the poster, man. That poster is cutting edge for its time. This was like 94-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somewhere in that range. And you could tell look at Shaq is the young.
Irons.
Yeah. There was oh my God. There was for me it was just a massive disappointment considering the fact that I know who Steel is.
And for its time, let's not act like it wasn't something, you know what I'm saying? It represented.
It wasn't grounded. Yeah.
It represented. He was in there kicking ass with that hammer. And he made it up. This man was making shit. Now, let me tell you.
He was a scientist.
Shaq as a scientist making shit out of metal. Come on, man. Shaq, big ass. I'm gonna go.
Not Shaq's big ass.
Coming. Kobe ain't here yet. I'm still. I just want to let you know. Can you dig it? I'm gonna kick some ass tonight. Meet me in the alley. Like, imagine big Shaq ass in a metal suit coming up on you. Come on, man. It don't get no better than that as a kid.
Oh, Shaq.
And
let's not forget who his little brother was played by.
I forget now.
Ray J.
It was fucking Ray J.
Shut up. My fucking God. He's up there with Snoop Dogg now, just doing shit.
Yeah, like Ray J and Shaq. I forgot it was Ray J. Shit.
That is insanity.
No. Ray J was the little brother. I can't remember. They had a grandmother, but I can't remember.
Yeah, because he came back from the army.
Yeah.
And it was some crooked ass cops and shit, and he took over the streets. I think it was Detroit. I want to say it was Detroit.
It was something like that, yeah.
He had the hammer with the fucking tools and shit. And
had the motorcycle. I will say it did something with because it worked in tandem with the motorcycle he had.
Yeah, man. Y'all hate, man. It's still
Now here's another one.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that was good.
This was my shit.
Desperado was
the only
shit.
Antonio Banderas movie I ever liked. Plus it had Salma Hayek in it. And I was just like, yeah, as a kid.
I think a lot of us was like,
guns,
as a kid when it came to Salma Hayek.
But it wasn't even just that. This nigga had a guitar full of guns. Like, this nigga had every gun known to man and a rocket launcher in that motherfucker. Like, this nigga had James Bond.
Hey, even this fucking...
And it's the crazy part. This was the sequel. There was another one called El Mariachi, and it had nobody you knew in it.
That's hilarious because the sequel slapped.
It did.
The sequel's better than the first one.
And I'm mad this movie, even the movie poster's fucking intense.
Dog,
how much, like are they standing in front of hell? Dante's in front of
Hell's Gates. Like even the poster was
and their hair is still fabulous. I will say this. 90's, in my opinion, did a very good job of making their leading Latino and Latin men and women just look still very dreamy, but badass.
Here's the crazy thing.
Because they both use the same conditioner. You're not telling me they don't.
They probably do.
And his long sleeve shirt is tucked into his pants.
Tucked in with 2 buttons loose at the top. And it'll still kill you.
Like this nigga look like he don't know what's going on until he walk up on you. 2 guns drew, what you gonna do?
I'm mad at rhymes.
Oh my God. If you've ever seen The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, which is the sequel to The Hitman's Bodyguard with Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson. So, you know, in the movie, Salma Hayek plays Sam Jackson's wife. In the sequel, she's more of a focal point. And the bad guy is Antonio Banderas.
That is the best.
Full circle.
That's
Full
really
circle.
cute.
I always thought that
really
was funny when I would sit back and I'm like, so Deadpool and Nick Fury go on a ruckus of a shootout and they meet up with the Desperado. I can go with that. So, yeah. Here's another one.
OG.
Yes. TMNT.
That was a really fun movie. The first and the second one. I don't care.
It still is too. Like, despite that third one's very questionable. Like,
no,
they
we don't talk about that.
That
Ray
third
J's singing skills is questionable. That third one was just downright.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, he was in that movie.
No, I was like, was Ray J in the third one as well?
I was like, wait a minute, I don't
He's
remember
actually
that.
Donatello, but nobody
Ray
knows.
J,
Anywho,
get your money.
the first one, I remember going to see that first one. It first came to theaters, Akron, Ohio, Chapel Hill Mall Theater.
It was a warm summer
8.
day.
Yeah, it was in the summer. I was 8. That was the first movie I've ever seen in theater.
Oh, you poor thing.
I know. I really was a poor thing. Anywho, but super poor. We actually had to scrape our money together to get 2 tickets, and then somebody snuck in, like 2 men in a coat, trench coat, that type deal.
Hey, I thought people still did it. I ain't even gonna lie.
Oh yeah, we sneak people in.
Oh yeah, we stayed. Yeah, you never.
I refuse to pay them prices.
No, because like my son went to the movie theater one time and he was like, "Oh, we were gonna see another one, but we ain't having money." And I ain't gonna hold you. The first thing I thought, I was like, "Why you just ain't going to other movie theater?" But then I was like, "Oh, you did the right thing. Good job."
I'm making an honest man out of you.
Right. I was like, "Why you just ain't walk to the other one?"
But you know, my favorite part of this is the bottom part where it's like lean green and on the screen. That's my shit, man.
Okay,
I remember seeing
ask
that poster. I was like, I gotta go see this. They
now, was this the movie? Was this the one, or was it the second one where there was that scene where they were like, they were echoing each other? So they was like, "Oh, it's quiet, a little too quiet," and they were like,
I think that was the second one.
The second one, okay.
That was the second.
This was the one where they first met April. Master Splinter got his ass beat, and they had to go to the cabin in the woods.
He definitely got his ass.
Yo, he got his ass handed to him, boy. That theater had every kid in there. All the kids was just like, they was all silent and crying. It was like,
man, you know how bad it is that the dude who teaching you how to fight got his ass whooped.
That's why I'm laughing. Like, nigga, you
drug up out of there too. They drug his ass up out of there.
Yeah, because they ended up getting their ass whooped the same battle. They was all licking their wounds in the old cabin out in the field. Someday.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the one where Raphael was out here screaming. Oh, this one, yeah, that was my shit too.
MMPR. When you look at that now, you're just like, oh man, the CGI was bad.
I don't give a damn. No, it doesn't matter.
Nope, it don't matter.
When you can let that go. We can let that part of it go.
You let everything go when them niggas showed up in the jungle with them fire ass motherfucking suits on.
Hell yeah.
But don't nothing go harder than them ninja suits. Nothing.
I'm like, Tommy, how the fuck you keep an all white ninja suit clean?
Cause he clean, nigga. He said nobody can touch me. He said keep my shit white. Zordon, keep my shit white, nigga, because ain't nobody touching me.
That nigga ain't have a speck of dirt on that
Period.
ass. Like,
in the jungle.
That nigga used jam.
Yeah,
on that ponytail.
Super clean.
Like, wasn't like, you know, wear that white and you get that little ring around the nothing, no sweat stains, nothing.
Nigga was.
And we gotta remember how fucking gangster Ivan Ooze was.
He's definitely a fucking
nigga
thug.
Put the fucking
he was selling lean. He was putting lean out on the product.
That was the funniest meme ever. Like when I saw that shit years ago, I was like, no, he was. But to have a villain that's like, oh no, I don't only just want to take over the world. I'm going to get every parent in Angel Grove to commit mass suicide. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, first of all, no villain and a kid's anything could do that shit nowadays.
No.
Mass suicide off a fucking cliff? That nigga was crazy.
Wonder Woman out there with her weak back. I mean, go down.
I love this movie. Love the soundtrack. I had it like, oh my god, on so many different like VHS tapes.
It's ridiculous. The 90s.
I love it so much.
Here we go. Street Fighter.
Who put this on their list?
DC.
Only because it was fucking John Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia fighting.
That is pretty epic. So
like that was like the most mismatch ass movie fight I've ever seen in my life. That's like fucking Steve Urkel against fucking Andre the Giant. Like that shit just don't make no sense of why this was even like thought of. Like we got fucking Gomez and fucking Double Impact out here fighting.
Now when DC told me his list, I originally thought he wanted Street Fighter because of Ming Na Wei, who played Chun-Li.
Yeah, kind of, but it was more just because this fucking matchup was just so fucking weird out there but it kind of worked. Like people was like,
I don't think they cared about a lot of casting in the 90s. It was either really good or really trash. There was no.
They took who was like hot or upcoming, and John Claude was the shit.
He definitely was the man
because this was around Double Impact time.
Yeah. So he was pulling it in.
Like a porno, bro.
It was Raul Julia's very last film. It was his last film. He died shortly after that.
This be his last film.
Yeah, I know. What a way to go.
But
you got this on your resume.
What did he die from, by the way?
This film.
It was an illness. He
not this film. I'm weak. He saw it and was like, yeah, I'm good.
He was like, yeah, I'm
gonna go ahead. You did that meme where you do the peace sign and just fade out.
Yeah, I'm good, y'all. I'm out.
He's like, wait, you're putting this out? But yeah, this had to be number one.
Yes, Blade.
Started it all for Marvel.
It's true. Very true. Very fucking true. A lot of people don't put respect on the name. I still, to this very day, use the phrase, motherfuckers is always trying to ice skate uphill.
But not only that, like Wesley Snipes he made you believe he could be Blade. Like this.
No, real shit. I didn't question this shit.
Martial arts. Like if you didn't question this cast, and like some casts, you'd be like, okay, Shaq is Steel. Everybody was like, what the fuck is that?
Sticky Fingers is Blade. Exactly. Sticky Fingers is Blade. Like what the fuck?
That was horrible.
Exactly. Right.
That was very unwatched.
That was very unwatched.
It was
and
very
I enjoyed.
unwatched.
I ain't gonna hold you. I enjoyed all these movies. I know your boy Ryan Reynolds was in one. I think Triple H was in one. I enjoyed a lot of the casting in these.
It was in 3.
I feel like they held up. They were very entertaining for me. I ain't gonna hold you though until I see like the trailer. I don't know still how I feel about new Blade shit coming out. I don't know.
Yeah,
because I like this so much, and I'm like, I don't know. I gotta see it.
Right.
But then the caption was like the power of an immortal, the soul of a human, in the heart of a hero. I was like, fuck, yes,
I'm sold.
You got me.
I'm sold. I'm like, is Wesley kicking ass and is Marvel?
I don't even think they expected this to hold up the way it does with the generation that got it. But it's like, no, we willingly would watch this shit. When I had cable, if this was on TNT or something, we watching this shit.
They dropped that shit on Sci-Fi like almost religiously.
They did. They was sprinkling like crack. They was playing it like they played Baby Boy on BT.
It was back to back 1 and 2.
For 1 and 2. They try to leave 3 off, but every now and then they
you couldn't catch 3 the way you would catch the first 2.
Yeah.
So, Candy, we got your list coming up next. So, here we go.
I wanted to pick that.
I had to. This movie changed my cinematic life, bro. It was one of like the first grown-ish movies that I had seen, and I will just never forget them just trying to find all of those stone pieces, and it was inside the alien girl. I still know the little song she was singing. Like, I ain't gonna say it because I ain't gonna torture y'all like that.
That song's amazing. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, because the woman actually can like sing.
She can sing that song. Like, yeah, she does that.
Her range is crazy. Mila's outfit is now iconic. Multipass is a thing. Just when you think Bruce Willis can't do nothing else cool, that nigga just quintessential cool white guy. of the 90s. One of the coolest white guys of the 90s.
Exactly.
The outfits was fire. Chris Tucker, a fucking amazing. I heard that I think the original role was meant to go to Prince, but he was like, nah. So Chris just decided to play Prince, and it fucking worked.
Yeah, that's what it was. I'm just like, dude, I'm confused what you're doing here.
He said that's what he used basically for a source, because he was like, I didn't grow up around so-and-so. I don't know a lot of shit. He was like, I can act like A, B, and C. So to do something like Rush Hour and do something also like this, come on now. Y'all sleeping on Chris Tucker range.
Yeah.
It was great. And it still holds up. Maybe some of the flying car scenes, not so much digitally, but the storyline and the comedic timing, all that shit holds up.
Debo was the president of Earth.
I mean, come on now. That's about right. Nice planet.
Oh, man. Face off.
Love this trash ass, crazy ass. First of all, you have two of the craziest white men in fucking Hollywood, because they both weird as shit off screen. I don't know if y'all do some research. They weird as shit.
We know Nicolas Cage stay on weird shit.
We almost accepted more from Nicolas than Travolta. Travolta's fucking weird. But this movie, I was not expecting to love as much as I did. And I'll never forget, I watched it in our family van that had little TVs in the back because my parents had it.
Shit, yeah.
And it was during a hurricane in North Carolina. So my dad was like, oh, we should go outside just because like it's not raining too hard and we could like watch a movie. And my mom was like, don't have them watching nothing too grown. And I was always like, we finna watch whatever you want. He popped this bad boy in. I was glued. I couldn't believe it. I ain't gonna ruin it for anybody listening or watching. You have to watch this shit, because
if you have not watched Face Off, and I'm not talking about
thing, like it's literally.
Legend.
I'd almost, you know what
I could eat a peach for hours. Come on.
I would like to see this remade with the two people that just did The Gray Man, Chris Evans and Ryan Gosling. They could remake this trash, and I would watch the fuck out of it. Chris Evans playing John Travolta, playing Nicolas Cage, playing John Travolta, because that's what this movie does to you. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous.
The premise of it, you're just like, how are they gonna pull this shit?
Listen, you need to take some shots and watch this shit. It's so weird. Like the last 30 minutes of this shit. The last 30 minutes.
And it was done by Jerry Bruckheimer, so you know it wasn't nothing but explosions and shoot 'em ups, and that was
the whole goddamn movie. And I was
like, there was no other explanation. Slow motion dives with the shooting, all that shit.
It was so extra, and just the storyline didn't even matter like 30 minutes in.
Yeah, was there a storyline?
The logic of the storyline did not matter that far in.
I'm gonna take his face and go see if I can figure out what they're doing. Like, nigga,
so deep undercover. Just so stupid.
Actually was doing shit he wasn't supposed to be doing because he was undercover. Like,
man, like heavy with the bad shit.
Coke and sleeping with them hookers, nigga. Don't you got a wife? Like, nigga, it ain't my day.
And here I am, I'm in like 6th or 7th. I'm in like 5th or 6th grade when I'm watching this shit. Like, what are they gonna do? Someone's gotta do something about this.
Niggas like it's not
stressed the fuck out.
Oh my god.
I love that movie. It's trash.
Another beauty.
Another one. Brendan Fraser. First of all, you gave us the
before you go on, preach on it. Now go ahead.
Wonderfulness of Bedazzled, the ridiculousness of George of the Jungle, Monkey Bone, just all this stupid ass shit he gave us from the late 80s and early 90s. And then you come when I say stupid, as in I enjoyed it because I love Elizabeth Hurley as well. But The Mummy is motherfucking classic. This is a cast of campy adventure 90s film where everybody fucking holds up. There is not a weak link in this cast, even from the extras, even from niggas getting destroyed by scarab beetles. Everybody is holding their motherfucking weight. And it is hilarious. It is like, there's jump scares that are fun. Some of the CGI still holds up. I say some because
the part where the mummy is like,
because sometimes with our digital screens now, some of it looks a little like gray putty. Yeah, there we go. But everybody held weight, and I love this film. And the second one was decent too, I say decent because it's pockets of the film where I wasn't rolling with, and other ones was good. The fact
Was
that
was it the fact that it was like The Rock's first performance and
I
the
think that
CGI
kind of
was trash?
overshadowed a bit of it, and it shouldn't have. I wish it didn't, but The Rock was such a big deal at the time, so he wasn't going to be able to jump into any movie, especially not one that was anticipating a sequel like this one, and have it just be kind of like overlooked. But lucky for us, if you haven't seen the film, when you do watch it, he does not have a big long part. It ain't even like that. To be honest, it's just man. But a knock on the moon, we still be talking about her fine ass.
A knocks on the moon.
A knocks on the moon, baby.
We know we ain't saying it right. We don't give a damn.
We don't give a damn. She was fine as hell. Like, this movie is fantastic.
Look, being in the theater, and when she came on the scene, when a knocks on the moon came on the scene, we was like, yo, is she naked with gold?
Listen, with the gold
you got
body.
my attention.
And then I thought it was so hard how Pharaoh knew she was touched, because he's like, I ain't smeared his paint, so who the fuck touched you? I was like, damn, that's misogynistic and also smart as fuck. So you might want to find out who touched your woman, because she obviously cutting up out here in the gold body paint. But
that
I love
shit was insane.
So much.
But you can't.
And I want to say it was one of the last kind of bigger adventure roles that Brendan
Fraser did,
unfortunately. Until the
but he made, until he made,
so he was a big deal. People need to give him all his flowers, because he carried. That was a great movie.
I still love that film. I still love those first two. They're just they're great to find.
You can watch it. I ain't paying no attention to anything that came after that. But them first two,
that third one. If it wasn't for Jet Li, I think Michelle Yeoh was in that one too. But like, I can't really function with that one too well. But those first two,
so good. And I love campy adventure films, and whoever wrote that, they just hit the nail on the head. What'd you say?
They wrote it while camping.
Bye.
Wrote
I didn't watch that one that had the woman either, like the woman being the mummy. I didn't watch
the one with Tom Cruise. I watched it in parts.
I can't watch anything with Tom Cruise.
It's say anything.
I couldn't even give you an honest opinion on it, because
I didn't know. The only reason I seen that, because I didn't know it was him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, because he had I got it.
Yeah, like I can't physically watch Tom Cruise act or whatever he calls that, what he's doing.
Not whatever he calls what he's doing. I love that he says that about one of like the biggest white movie stars ever. That's so funny.
It's just horrible. Like it feels awful. Like forced. Watching him try to act. It's so
trying to run.
Horrible. I not trying to run. He definitely at this point get paid to fucking run and jump and hang off shit.
Yeah, but still, it's still horrible to watch. It's like,
you don't do none of the Mission Impossible, like none of that shit.
Nothing, Tom Cruise. Nothing.
That's right.
He said no Tom Cruise.
No, there's a Tom Cruise free zone.
Here's your other one, Dragonheart.
Fuck, I forgot about this movie.
I did not. Spoiler alert, I cried at this movie. Surprise.
Dragonheart, it hit you where you didn't expect it. So
I get it. And first of all, the voice. I mean, come on. This Dragon.
Sean Connery.
So bad. I don't think you understand. I thought this shit was real. I was like, okay, I don't even see pictures. I'm crying, y'all. Oh my god. I would cry, yo. Y'all understand? Like, this was like, if you enjoyed that How to Train Your Pet Dragon, this is a more grown-up version of that. And to me, it holds up. It's not as dark as some Game of Thrones shit would be, but it's definitely a little grown. And that ending, like the last 25 minutes, is just rough.
Yeah, you would. I was just like, what the?
What? It's rough.
But wait.
Damn. Listen, I was like, so why did I sit through this? Why did we just go through all that? And this is what's going on. Like, it was rough, but of course you feel at the end it's about understanding, not judging each other, and friendship and all this shit.
Let's put it like this. It's in the title. That's all it was. It's in the title.
Man, listen, because that turnaround I was not expecting. I was like, what's going on? I remember sitting at a movie theater. My sister took me, and I was distraught at that ending. But that was almost a tie between me putting that up there in Waterworld, because I loved both of those films.
Whoa. Fucking Waterworld. Damn.
I was a fan of, like,
the title. I was like, nope.
obscure ass shit in the 90s as far as like, you know, the
Talk about a movie that had so many fucking problems on set.
A lot of problems.
Sick. They went over budget, like massively over budget.
Fucking Waterworld. Like he thought that shit was gonna be cheap.
Yo, that shit was massively over.
I mean, like, again, I think it could do well with the right cast and maybe on a Netflix series or throw that bitch on Amazon or something. It can be done, but you know, I don't think anybody wants to touch it.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Not the no.
No, right. Here we go. Mortal Kombat,
Right.
the original Mortal Kombat.
Yes, please. Let's be clear, because I ain't gonna hold you. I watched the remake. It was cute or whatever, but this shit right here, sentimental value 1, because this is how me, my brother, and my dad would bond. We'd play the shit out of the video game, and I loved it. This cast, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, holds the fuck up. These are the characters. If you're gonna cast Liu Kang, if you're gonna cast Johnny Cage,
we respect.
That nigga was more Johnny Cage than the video game Johnny Cage. Like
he really was.
He was Johnny Cage. I'm like, the only person, in my opinion, now that could do this just as good or better is our boy Deadpool, but that's just because Ryan Reynolds is that nigga. Ryan Reynolds is fucking Johnny Cage. Like,
but you know what? I will switch out the Kano from this one for the Kano from the new one.
I will ride with you on that one. I will give you guys that for combat and look, but I still liked his stupid little jabs at Sonya and whatever else. Like
the new Kano was on fire. Like every joke hit.
But he was funny.
Some jokey shit though, wasn't he?
Everything he said hit and it hurt.
Not it and hurt.
More than his punches. Like he didn't have to land a punch in that movie, and he would have been cool with me.
He definitely was talking shit the whole time. But I love this first one. I didn't realize, at least with casting as far as Raiden, how problematic that could have been looked at. But we weren't worried about it. It was the 90s.
Yeah, because he was supposed to be an Asian, but
I'm like, but we weren't worried about it.
Yeah, we gave him pass because he was the Highlander. We was just like,
that's how I'm like, okay,
we
used to him. His lace was laid because he said, "Bitch, what lace?"
Shit was laid. I was
like,
that
edge. The edges was edging.
The edges was edging. It was cute, but with the hair that Luke had, you had to come with it. So the makeup and hair crew, they was on it, and the ending to me was so epic. Because I was ready for more of the movie and for them to say, "I don't think so." And Raiden's eyes all lit up and everybody posed at the same time ready to fight. Bitch! It wasn't getting no better than that. It was not getting no better than that until, they ruined everything with the second one.
With the second one, yeah.
Yeah.
Raiden looked like Michael McDonald.
That is so funny. I cannot unsee it.
Oh my God.
Be the same again.
And this movie was actually longer than what I thought it was going to be. It gave us characters I did not think we were going to see. I didn't think we were going to see Reptile. I loved how we got the actual video game voices to introduce each villain that was coming up. That shit was hard. And in my opinion, we got one of the hardest fights in Mortal Kombat as far as us seeing it visually between Johnny Cage and fucking Scorpion. Because for him to be a fucking fan, like a fan in the end, bravo. Like, so good as far as how that was wrote out.
Yeah. So
that was a good one.
Those were some good ones.
It was good.
Here's my list. Darkman, starring Liam Neeson, done by Sam Raimi.
His whole life.
So if you wanted, so Darkman was basically, he was a doctor.
Like
he was a scientist.
Movies.
Look, this shit was an action film.
The fuck
this was
that guy.
Yeah, that's Darkman. What happened? So he was a scientist. That was his girlfriend.
I remember
before he
that,
got before he got injured.
That ain't the Darkman I seen. It was a different dude playing Darkman.
There's 3 of them. That's why.
Oh, this
look, Chris, tell us something.
First one. Yeah. This the first one.
I seen Darkman
because he was in the first and second one. He wasn't in the third one. As a matter of fact, the person who played his part in the third one was Arnold Vosloo, who was the Mummy in the first 2 Mummy movies.
Did you watch all of them?
I did. Oh, no, not the third. Well, yeah, I did. Actually, I did. That's how I knew that.
The way you said it.
I was disappointed in that third one.
What?
I was disappointed in that third one.
I don't know what I was watching there because I ain't never seen Liam Neeson's.
No, not in the third one. He was in the first
I ain't
two.
seen
He was
him
in the first two.
one.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see him.
Yeah. He got blown up. It was the craziest thing. He got blown up in his lab.
Maybe that was the bad guy I'm thinking about. Who was the bad guy?
Durant. His name was Durant.
Yeah, okay, never mind. That's why. I've seen him. I just never paid attention to Liam Neeson back then because I didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah, because nobody knew he was.
Like acting credits is crazy because he's been in so much shit.
Yeah. So that was, his abilities was basically like his nerve endings were just burned, so he felt no pain, but he had anger. Like for some reason, his rage will kick in. It just made him. It didn't make him superhuman. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. You know, so, he was all like he would make these masks so he could look like his old self, but they would only last like 90 minutes, so he could only stay out there for so long because the shit kept dissolving.
Couldn't stay in the sun.
Yeah, he couldn't stay in the sun, right?
Damaged nerves.
Not your
anger issues.
Not DC just saying you just white. Child, you're so finna get canceled.
See the differences.
Can you see them pitching this movie to DC and he's just like, so he's white.
You're white. Is that what you're telling me?
You're telling me
you want to make
average white guy.
An average white.
A trilogy of a white guy.
A trilogy of a white guy.
Three movies for you to tell the same story about the same white guy.
To tell us about white rage. That's what you want to do.
White rage.
How much is this? 90 million? Nigga, we can make Batgirl.
Oh man, The Crow, starring the late Brandon Lee.
Sad.
That's a good
one. This was for those who don't know. It really was. It was based off a comic book and everything. Like my guy died on set. Like, he was cursed. A projectile hit him in the chest. Like during the shooting scene, and every time you see that shooting scene, you always wonder which gun it was.
It was the final one. It was that revolver because they didn't clean out. Like they had a prop bullet in there.
Yeah,
you're supposed to clean them out, so they didn't clean it out, and there was like a piece of plastic or something.
Yeah,
that got lodged onto the prop bullet and killed him. Because I've seen a Bruce Lee documentary where they talked about how Bruce and
between the curse, talking about the curse.
Yeah, that was super sad.
Yeah. So I watched that. I've heard that story so many times that I remember it by heart because it was in that scene where they're in the church and he got shot and they had to stop the whole movie to because of what happened, and then they had to stand in for the rest of it. For the rest of
the film, right? Like I don't even I can't even remember who was in the second one.
Oh, nobody cared about that at that point.
And then they're remaking it with Jason Momoa.
I heard. I was about to ask you, are they redoing this? Because I know you know.
No.
Yeah, so they're doing that one. So
just no.
Yeah.
I almost feel like that was one of those things you just leave alone.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna skip. It makes you wonder. Like, do you really want to do that?
No, if something happens to Jason,
considering
at that point, it's like if you didn't believe in a curse before, y'all might want to leave shit alone. Like even if he comes to a near-death accidental, I would leave set immediately. Like, don't be playing around.
We're done with this shit. We're done with this shit.
Real shit.
The second one was a white dude. No, I mean
it was. I think Eddie Furlong was in that one.
Yeah, he was one of the band members because it was like the band that killed the dude and then his girl. It was weird.
Yeah.
And he was coming back to avenge himself, and there was a little girl in the movie who could see him or some shit like that. It was weird, but it was actually not bad. But after you've seen the first one, it's like the second one.
Yeah, after that point,
it's hard to measure up.
Like,
it's just hard to measure up.
Watch this now because we know what happened the first time. So
pretty much.
Right. Here's a gem. Blank Man.
Definitely a good comedy adventure film.
You gotta watch Blank Man at least a couple of times with Damon Wayans and David Alan Grier and what's her name? Mike Tyson's ex-wife, Robin Givens. Robin Givens.
Is
this shit was hilarious. Oh, it's action. It's action.
I definitely would not consider this action. I would
action comedy.
I mean, like there was no guns, no real there was a half a bomb.
Half a bomb.
No, I mean what DC thinking like there wasn't no bad boys type of guns.
Oh,
no, like bang bang niggas like running across the street, John Woo and this shit. This was really campy.
I
There's
can't
no
get over the
real-
fact that he had an old school ass washing machine named J5. That shit was stupid to me.
I mean,
It
whole
worked.
movie was-
J5.
J5.
It worked, and I like seeing people like cosplay Blank Man in places.
Other guy,
It's
Blank Man and other guy. That's what it was.
Hey,
Tony-
David Allen Greer don't get enough credit, boy.
He really don't.
He funny.
He
He
had to
funny
get
as
paid
shit.
You said what?
He had to get paid a lot to play that role.
Oh shit, yeah. So this one, I had to, because Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
It's really good.
It's damn good. Probably one of the first times you see Bruce, not Batman, but see Bruce fall in love and then find out like, oh nigga, nope, got played. Fuck that. That shit was fucked up. And then the role of the Phantasm actually played a role in Batman Beyond.
Oh,
In the
really?
creation of Batman Beyond, because in Batman Beyond, Barbara Gordon ends up becoming commissioner in the future, and she's hired by Amanda Waller's people to create the entire same situation that created Bruce, because Gotham needs a Batman.
Mm.
So you mean
Yeah,
white
And
privilege?
she couldn't go through with it. She was supposed to cut this kid's parents down and couldn't go through with it.
Not we're gonna try to create the same.
That was their
What's so-
idea. We're gonna
What's
create
so
the
funny
same
about
issue.
that is everybody. It's missing the logical thinking of everybody is different. So you can't kill my parents and think that I'm just gonna turn into this badass vigilante. Some people are going to kill themselves or go into depressive state or psychosis. They
worst
didn't
idea
think that
ever.
through. Like
I'm
it's
like,
a foolproof
even
plan.
I'm like,
So-
how did you?
so-
I'm like, when you tell me Gotham PD was still corrupt when Bruce was 80? Is that the fuck?
But
It
here's
was
my
all for
question.
nothing.
Here's my question. It's a real question. So they killed dude's parents, but he doesn't have the white privilege Bruce Wayne had. So how would it work?
Contradictory. His parents are still alive.
Who, Bruce?
So he kills them and gets money?
No, Terry.
Well,
You
no,
talking about
that,
the
I mean,
news-
but Amanda Waller was like, "Hey, kill these dudes' parents, so he becomes Batman. If he a broke ass nigga, he just gonna become Fat Man because he just gonna eat depression.
No,
He doesn't have the white privilege and money, so that's how Bruce became.
Hey,
Yeah,
if
he already had the money.
and he was broke, yo.
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah.
would have just been a
Because
nigga in Arkham.
his dad, and his weird dad is actually not his dad.
Bruce would have been in the hood line.
Nigga, what you
They're like,
got on my
I
40?
need you. I'm like, get online and join my crew.
That's how
No.
they rolling dice.
Bruce
Wayne,
Wayne, what you doing
bitches.
at an appointment? My
It
parents
turned
died.
out it really in reality, Terry's dad is not his dad.
Yeah, it's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah,
It was DNA. He was a clone.
it was exactly.
So
They
So
rewrote
they
his.
expected that to trigger. It still wouldn't have been the same. That doesn't make sense.
Circumstance ended up having
comic
him.
book. They
Batman.
wrote it in his DNA. You know?
Yeah, wrote it-
DNA.
No, that was the
White
cartoon.
privilege.
That was Justice League that did that one.
Yeah, I know. I seen it.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was.
like, that didn't make no sense, but y'all write it how y'all need to.
Yeah, hey, I'm not.
I will
Like a
say
guy
I
who
appreciate
wasn't
Dwayne
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 McDuffie was behind it. I'm all for Dwayne McDuffie. Rest in peace. He gave us static and hardware and all that shit. So I will take it for face value.
One off. I mean, you know, you gave
Yeah,
us
if
two
they
good
fix it
characters
later,
and then a
fine.
flawed one.
Yeah.
I mean, McDonald's has Big Mac and chicken nuggets, and then they give us the McRib. So, you know, trade off.
I still can't believe they call that shit a rib, and it's not a motherfucking rib.
It ain't even red meat. That shit.
It's not.
And people just like they
Sawdust.
love that shit. When I working at McDonald's,
That's because they're used to the
I was like, I don't
nostalgia.
like
That's
this
why.
shit.
Nostalgia of that's a poor man's sandwich.
It tastes like it used to. No, it.
They
no,
had
the
a
fuck it
nerve to put
doesn't.
pickle on that shit to make it feel good. Yeah,
They
it's
put a pickle on the McRib.
Yeah,
Yes.
pickle and onion.
It's 2 pickles and some sliver onions from.
Not
Here's
too
how they make the
bad.
McMill. It's 2 pickles and then fucking quarter pounder onions. Like these niggas didn't even go like source some new onions. They're like, oh, we got extra quarter pounder onions. Let's throw some of them bitches on it. What else can we put?
Y'all out there eating fucking draft knuckles and loving it. That's gross.
What did you call them?
They eating fucking McRibs and fucking Burger King nuggets. It's a sad world out here.
That's why people always like, you took away the McRib from us. And you're like, y'all really want the McRib back? What the fuck is going on? Oh my God. Here's my feeling.
How Burger King like fumble that ball, because I'm like, whatever other chicken nugget places are doing, like how y'all missed that?
Because
you had a chicken parmesan sandwich and you got rid of that shit.
Hey, anything good at fast food, they be getting rid of shit.
Yeah,
like watching Kevin Johnson's videos when he be trying to get people to bring stuff back. I'll be like, yo, you're right about that, because all the good shit,
them fucking
they leave.
He got the Oreo cakesters back, so let's see what they do with the
he trying to get them crunch wraps back from McDonald's. He keep harassing. He does not fucking
tribal food chiefs.
It's hilarious.
They bring that shit back. Y'all ain't.
He's like, you think you can ignore me? I'm like, you're fucking crazy, bro.
Oh man, my last one is, of course, Spawn.
That's action.
This is definitely action. It's definitely fucking
this
good.
One. It definitely was good.
I mean, even though we knew he had on like fucking brown jogging suit pants and Ultimate Warrior boots, it was still good.
No, you're not finna do that. Good. His performance carried, and John Leguizamo carried.
Yes. Those two carried the movie.
Not get me wrong. I can cut it down.
I couldn't believe how good John was. I was like, bro, why aren't you doing shit like this? Nah, I need to cosplay that clown. Let me look this shit up.
Looking back at it, I can cut it down because we know how fucking good it is. But that outfit wasn't it.
Oh no.
Was it the plain cloak, or was it the CGI part of it?
No, I'm talking about, pull that picture back up. That nigga had on brown jogging suit pants and knee-high Ultimate Warrior boots without the tassels.
Let me see. Hold on.
Look at it.
Bring it back up.
Look at it. You see where them boots is at? Them up to that nigga's kneecaps.
Oh, nigga, damn.
I told you.
Damn.
Them fucking sweatpants or leather
got
pants.
On the Punisher's belt.
Yeah.
The Punisher's belt.
Like, it was a good ass movie though. Don't get me wrong.
It really was.
It was. I was not expecting to like that shit so much.
I would watch that movie right now.
Oh no, same.
Yeah.
And to this day, like if I hear somebody's name Wanda in my head, I'm like Wanda, because the way he was yelling that shit,
Wanda,
iconic.
And Charlie and Martin Sheen was
oh my god,
he was Jason. He was Jason. He was the boss. But yeah, you're right. Michael Jai and John Leguizamo, they carried the fuck out that film.
I think it was all three of them. I think
Martin Sheen
carried.
I think the whole.
I'm not gonna take away from Martin Sheen. I'll give it to him.
Even though girl, what's her name? Who was Wanda?
Teresa Randall.
Randall, yeah, she was good.
Well, she's good anyway. So.
Okay. Now she's good anyway. This Martin.
Yeah, like that.
What?
Okay, all right.
Teresa Randall always been fine.
Teresa
Randall always been
okay.
That little Drew right there. What is he talking about?
You know how the 90s sisters was looking.
Like that, brother.
I would say that 90s black women were undefeated. Like,
thank you.
It still is, but yeah, back in the 90s, it was a different kind of camera light.
What?
What?
Also, no. If Chris is gonna say Blank Man was an action film, then I'm gonna say The Mask was an action film, and that's also mentioned. It's not. It's comedy fantasy. That would have been a comedy fantasy film, Chris.
It's comedy, it's action, and it's funny. I told you it ain't got to be good.
Jumble everything up. We just gonna do what we want now. So when
have we ever followed the rule of thumb?
Okay, that's a good point. I'm gonna shut
up. She was like, "Oh, there. You can't argue with that logic right there."
He's not lying.
If that's the case, then I want that Chevy Chase film where he was invisible.
The Invisible Man.
Invisible Man.
with Daryl Hannah. Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that shit.
Then I want the film where Sinbad was with the president's kid or something.
First kid.
And Jingle All the Way is an action film.
I was about to say Jingle All the Way is an action film.
Jingle All the Way.
It had an action
and Meteor Man. Let's go. We throwing that in there. Let's throw Meteor Man in the mix.
Well, fuck, Last Action Hero.
Hey, that was actually on my list. That was actually
one
of
man. That golden ticket.
Then Beverly Hills Troop Mom. That's an action film.
Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Troop. Beverly Hills Troop. Damn, I forgot about that one. Damn.
Never forget. That's a
But
classic.
see, this is what it is. Like the 80s and 90s. The 80s was like a lot of R-rated action. The 90s was like action comedy mixed in with every fucking thing. Just like DC just mentioned, Last Action Hero. I love the part where Arnold goes into the damn tar pits, and then the next scene he's wiping himself off with a damn paper towel like ain't shit wrong. Like
that's very Arnold. I like that he didn't mind making fun of himself or taking roles that he didn't take too seriously.
Right.
It was like, shit, you probably making millions of each film. Who fucking cares? He's like, just.
It was like, this movie was horrible. I was like, no, that movie was a gem. And
you know what I just see? Fucking Sylvester Stallone is making a new movie.
Yeah, The Samaritan.
What?
I did a review on it or a react on it.
God.
Oh, you already saw it?
No, it's on. It's going to be. Is it this month? It's this month on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. You did a review about like it's coming out.
Superhero.
Yeah, like he's like in his 70s. He's like 70s. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say 77, but shit.
76. And he looks every bit of it.
Ooh, shade.
I'm saying.
I don't see how he's.
You can't be an action hero, man.
He tried to retire. They won't let it.
Not that accent.
I mean, it's cool, but as long as they're gonna keep paying him, I guess, man. If they like it, I hate it. But whatever.
Yeah. Well, we getting out of here. Candy B, tell them everybody where they can find you.
At Candy B Cosplay, typically on IG. I would say the Triangle, but we've been so busy with separate stuff like in real life that a lot of this stuff has taken a back seat. So we're sorry, guys, but we literally have 2 years worth of content and you can like watch until we get back into it, if we get back into it. But
blue in the face.
Man, just got too busy. But that's a good thing, right? Trying to retire.
Yeah, that's a very good thing. I mean, like people know, or if they don't know, you're leaving us at the end of the month, but it's because you're doing so much outside. So much
shit picked up, and I have plenty of ideas of things to keep it going, just in case monkeypox be like, "Up, bitches, y'all back inside. Don't worry."
Let's touch on that for a second. Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I know.
We're not touching on none of that shit.
Nobody with monkeypox.
We just got back outside and they said, "Oh no, you don't." Government.
I don't even want to think about it until they actually come to my door and be like, "Nigga, you can't go outside. I'm not doing it."
Right.
Oh, you say you're not doing the shutdown thing? I know that's right.
Until they come to my door and be like, "Nigga, get back in there. What are you doing?"
I'm like, just let me throw my ass up and then shut everybody down. But if they do shut us down, Mr. Biden and Kamala, y'all need to go ahead and give us double the stimmies. And y'all need to make that a monthly motherfucking thing because we tired.
Come on, Joe. Give me double the stimmies.
Shit.
But yeah, doing that. Yeah, we
especially I work in healthcare, nigga. I gotta be around motherfuckers who might have that shit.
Me and you both.
I need triple.
I gotta go to different. I gotta go to different spots. Different. He go to different houses. I'm going to different hospitals.
Everybody's not working from home, so it's like you need to accommodate.
I wish I could. Like, yeah, we're gonna send you this bed via drone. Go
just dropping shit on the roof.
Go on your roof and catch this bed.
And make sure you sign.
Yeah, it's like, nah, you gotta sign. You gotta sign.
And make sure you pull a Creed with arms wide open. You catch this motherfucker.
Brace yourself. That's what you know. Use your legs and brace yourself.
But that's the main thing. I'm revamping some things on my IG page this week because IG is, if y'all haven't heard, they is not playing around with just regular pictures. So you're gonna have to step your pussy up with reels. If you ain't on it, you gonna get on it because they forcing it. They not playing. Also, don't repost your TikTok shit on reels because the algorithm, they basically without even admitting it, but admitted it that they're not gonna show your shit as often. So it's a whole it's a shit show.
I mean,
IG been on some shit lately, and I've been watching what they've been doing like the past couple of weeks, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, every time he's like making different announcements, and I'm just like, child, if you don't want this to be a platform for pictures anymore, just say that. And if you want pictures, just Twitter or Facebook because IG don't give a fuck about your pictures no more. But that's the main place you can find me. And then Candy Bee parties. That's where there's going to be updates for my princess parties, for the adult prom. Hopefully, as long as Monkeypox act like it got some damn sense, we have a lot of events planned between September and October. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully I can stay booked and busy like that through the year until I'm ready to keep branching off into different cities and shit for next year. So stay busy.
And unlike Sesame Place, Candy Bee will not ignore the little black boys and girls.
Like, listen, because I'm not going to be like Rosie, okay? I definitely take pictures with black kids. You won't see me. Like, that's just been crazy. Disney's like, I don't fucking care.
I'm like, okay. The first one, I'm like, okay, that's probably an isolated incident, and then it kept happening, and I'm like, yo, what the hell is going on?
For that to happen twice, and then it happened with Rapunzel at Disney. It's like, girl,
yeah, and you didn't even have a costume on, like where your vision is impeded. You could see the little girl.
It's ridiculous. And people that are, I think, in a couple months, gonna go to New York Comic Con, which I'm not even fucking with no more, only because they talking about they almost in a state of emergency. Like
they are.
They are? Okay, yeah,
they are.
So I'm done with cons this year. I might go to little Ohio Renaissance thing, but other than that, we done.
We gotta show Queen Jasmine love anyway. She's coming up.
Yeah, so we'll be at that. But after that, I'm gonna catch y'all at something maybe January, February next year. But
this shit is out of control. I'm like, y'all just making sure we can't even leave the fucking house. Is that it? You want us to go crazy?
Just keep it in New York and California. Shit.
For real. DC. What we got going on tomorrow?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm like, because I really don't know.
Oh, wait, there's a show tomorrow. Oh, shit. We got an award-winning voiceover artist. I got my guy, Foreign Great, a.k.a. Antoine Pickett, coming through, talk about his photography game. And then all the way from Irvine, Texas, Miss Lovely V to talk about her event she has going on this month. That's that. Also have a meeting, so I might run a little early or late, depending on when I get back home. But yeah, that's that. Next year, if monkeypox don't shut my shit down, the 4C will be happening.
Right, like Jesus, we got too much shit to do.
Like we gotta plan shit a year in advance. We don't have time for this.
We don't.
Well, the venue is already almost in motion. Working on that. So once that happens, everything else is going to fall into place. Still got 2 panelists. Got a couple more coming on. Got a moderator. Got some ideas. The one venue I'm looking at, it might be an all-day thing for a lovely price, so we might be able to extend it out and do a little more, have a little more singular panels other than the major discussion panel going on the main floor. Outside on the peripherals, might be able to get some individuals,
some vendors.
Definitely gonna have vendors. Hopefully some podcasters, bring their equipment, they can do a live show there. And just really have fun with it. A little longer of a time. And there's gonna be a little dancing, I think. I'm not sure.
Yes,
you mean like after party style? Dancing?
Well, the way it looks, the timing of it, the one venue we were looking at, I believe, is an all-day thing for a reasonable price for my pockets, because a nigga hurt.
Oh, the blacks.
Black niggas in their low pockets.
Niggas in their pockets.
I can reach in and feel $2 and more lint than money.
I feel like they're looking at us like that, like niggas in their payment plans.
He
got afterpay.
He's gonna put this building on layaway. But no, it's
we would lay away anything to death. He's gonna put this Bugatti on layaway.
Yeah, that's why Afterpay and Klarna been such dreams. He'd be like,
I'm loving them shits.
Klarna and Afterpay are the devil and angel at the same time.
Yeah.
Baby,
nigga, you know you don't need it.
It's like, I don't want to give you $1,000, but I'll give you 4 easy payments.
I ain't gonna give you this shit all at once. But yeah, no, the event is happening in Cleveland. We narrowed it down to 3 spots, I believe.
Pretty much
3 spots. I also have to thank my talented ass kicking, keeping me on my shit event planner, Miss Candy
not
Parties.
asking. Y'all gonna keep talking about me like I just be yelling at everybody.
I'm telling you,
kind
I
of
get
have a way
messages.
where
She like,
you just
nigga,
like we
did
talk,
you
we
do
talk
what I
shit,
told
then
you
be
to
like,
do? Did you do
you're
your
like, bop,
homework?
bop, bop, bop. You're like, yes, man. Fuck it.
Bop,
All right.
bop, bop, bop. Y'all
No, but
niggas.
seriously, I couldn't do this without her. She's been
Let me
amazing.
record
So
this shit.
That's what I'm recording the show. I'll clip it. I'll send it to you.
No, I want it for my phone. I'm gonna use it for myself.
Here on August 2nd at exactly 10:09.
It does my heart good. Let him continue.
Did he freeze?
no.
Froze.
Okay.
Oh, nigga, I thought he froze. He got my
He
ass.
kept that shit like completely
He
still.
got my ass.
You know how hard that was? I was like losing breath. I was like,
I was looking up. I was like, this nigga ain't blinked. What is going on?
I got real good at that. I used to do that
Shut
shit with
on,
like
looking at
like we
Bernie.
do Zoom meetings at work. They'd be like, "Hey, Chambers, are you there?" They'd be like, "I think he froze," and then kick me out. Like free day.
Cheat code.
But no, she has been right there every step of the way from the beginning from the inception of this idea, bouncing ideas, keeping me grounded, somewhat motivational, which is weird for us too, to be kind of working in tandem in lockstep. Like this shit feels weird because it's like my mortal enemy. It's like Magneto and Professor X. It's like it's Magneto and Professor X. That's the best way I could put this relationship of how this is working.
Not
It's like,
the mortal enemy.
it's like Professor X and Magneto. Like we agree on the same thing.
Right. They're like, look, okay.
It's the execution of it
We're
all.
taking
That's
a
what it
break
is.
from our bullshit because
Yeah,
we
like,
gotta handle this
we
shit.
really hate each other, but we really want this event to work. So,
But as soon as we're done, just know.
soon as the motherfucking tickets are sold and everybody walks in the building, we're gonna be across the room.
On site. Chris gonna be watching the door like, what the fuck is going on?
No, they gonna be looking at me like, what's
Bitch.
going on with these two? I'm like, they're just don't worry about it.
But
It's
no,
fine. It's just normal.
All jokes aside, keeping me grounded because this has been nerve wracking and it's only like month 2.
It's only month 2. That's what makes it so funny. Because everything I'm telling him, I'm like, no, this is regular pacing. Because I started planning for my prom like a year out, and I'm like, all of this is normal. And he's like,
yeah. So it's wonderful to be able to bounce it off of her because that's what she's getting into. So I was gracious that she took me on as a client, not only a member but a client. And it's
Come
really
on, money.
been inspirational and influential between her, my wife, and Amra. I have been able to get to a point to where I'm starting to be like, okay, this is possible. This is happening. This is going to take place, and it's really going down. And the visions and the ideas, between when you have 3 black women in your corner, you cannot take a day off. Like,
Let's rephrase it. If you have if you have a black
Chris,
woman in your corner, period.
It's worse when you have 3 in your ear telling you
you
shit.
can't take a day off. I'm only
You
laughing
can't
because
take
that's
a
the
day
realest shit. That's the realest shit because I know he get it from all angles. Like, what you doing? What you doing?
Niggas, you breathing? Nigga, if you don't get your ass back to work and keep playing.
Did you write that email before you started breathing?
Yeah, like so, but it's been a crazy fun process. I'm learning so much in doing this, and this event is going to be great. I reached out to, and here's the other part that's making it beautiful. I reached out to the woman who has the program, and they do a mentoring program for young girls, in the summer. They also started a podcast for these young girls to, 1, be able to learn how to do a podcast, and 2, express themselves in a creative manner, which I believe is beautiful. So the ticket is $20, but $10 of every ticket is going to this program to help these young girls have a summer program, 1, and be able to podcast more and get their podcast out and published and, the whole 9 yards. Plus they need stuff done with the building. So it's a lot that they can use this money for. That makes it all worthwhile. So it's not just partying and networking and discussion panels. It's for young creators. And this year, and every year it's going to be towards young creators. But this year, it's a program here in Massillon where they teach young girls how to empower themselves, and they also do a podcast together. So these young girls are doing a podcast and expressing themselves and creating content and just learning how to express themselves in other mediums other than going out and doing something crazy and wild. So it's been crazy, man. And speaking with her, I'm going to go tour the building soon here and talk to her and get more information. And it's just the whole thing, not to take up too much more time, but the whole thing has just been great. And it's been fun. Even with all the headaches, it's the learning process I'm going through that's making it worthwhile, because that finished project, I'm going to cry. It's sort of dedicated to my dad, because I know this is something he would really love. He was big on charity in his last few days, helping the homeless and giving back and making sure that if you have a platform or if you have the opportunity to help somebody less fortunate or somebody who's trying to do the right thing, make sure that you help them. Because what's the point of having power if you're not putting it to use for the right reasons?
That's right.
My dad ain't shit in person. He's like, my dad did philanthropist and
well, he didn't start out that way, but the last few years he really was trying to make a difference. When you try to right some of those wrongs, and he did. So I would be remiss if I didn't say following in his footsteps in this way wasn't where I thought I would be.
That's what's up.
Oh, but you can also find me on Instagram, nigga, what the shit _podcast, motherfuckers, and also what the stuff, because Mark Zuckerberg don't want to let us be the shit. And
definitely
also,
don't
like I said, but no, for real, man, the 4C, the conference for content creators of color is going to be an event, man. It's gonna happen. Monkeypox be damn. Looking at.
Hey, we not dealing with this shit.
We not.
Say it with your chest, because this is some bullshit.
We're not dealing with this. Like, I can't. My anxiety went through the roof at the thought of another shutdown. I'm like, I can't do this.
I seen that damn map, and I'm like, you motherfucker.
They got maps up already. Long. Leave us alone.
Fuck. You know when they put a map out for anything, that shit got real.
Yes, no,
I'm like everybody's red.
Like, okay.
Everybody's red. What the hell? Everybody.
And here's a list. Here's a map of all the cities whose niggas is cheating on them. Like Ohio's in red. Like, I know it's real.
Right.
Because it's not, like you said, it's not real till that map comes up on the screen.
Real to the map.
There's some guys like, as you can see right
like they sit up there, they do like this.
You can see right here.
I told y'all, motherfuckers,
right over here.
This shit is real. It's red, and it means it's
real.
Monkey,
Monkeypox, be damn. I don't care if we got to do this shit like a speakeasy and sneak
up here. Until I see Kenny Crumpton from Fox 8 not go anywhere, then I know this shit is over.
You dumb for that shit.
Because when this first pandemic went through and that motherfucker was, I seen him in a suit at the studio. I'm like, damn, they took the pride out of him and everything.
He's like, yeah, so today we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about, because I can't go nowhere. But no, man, monkeypox be damn, this shit's happening, and it's coming together. We feel like once the venue is in place, everything else, because it's already starting to gain some traction. So I'm excited, nervous, excited, and also a fucking wreck. Because we was talking like yesterday, like I was on like this super high, and the day like all the energy I've used yesterday, I had none today, so I was just cussing everybody out. And she's like, if you don't shut the fuck up, nigga, you was just excited yesterday, now you down today. That shit happens. Not in so many words, but you know.
Don't listen to them, y'all. I'm nicer than what they be making it seem. I just don't play it sometimes.
So much nicer.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Candy tends to tell me things in our chats or in voice chats or whatever, and it sits there. I let it marinate, and then when I do it, she was like, "Nigga, I told you." That's what.
Now I ain't gonna hold you. I'm definitely the queen of. Didn't I say this shit like a year ago? So I do that, but it's all in love for anybody I help out. That's all.
It's the fire we need, and we take it. We take it because we appreciate it. So, and we know you're right.
Plus, I'm not thinking about it, y'all. But take the help while you can, because again, I'm retiring before I'm 45. I will not be working for anybody else. My money's going to be right. Generational curses shall be broken. I got to speak it into existence every time.
She's gonna be like this. She'd be like, Candy B's parties.
I ain't answering my phone.
She ain't even answering.
I'm not answering shit.
You know how hard it is to get her on a text. Nah, wait till she get done. That's why I was like, I got her on the ground floor. I'm good.
No way, I'm probably gonna change my number and shit.
I sent the message one day, and that motherfucker was on scene for like 42 minutes. I was like, damn, did I say something wrong? She must not like that idea.
Don't do me like that.
You ever been in a work truck and there's no rearview mirror, so you can't even look at yourself to ask yourself, did you say something goofy in that motherfucking message? You just driving down the road, you turn the music down. You just like, what did I don't think I got that point across.
Hey,
like,
you be
rebuttal? Should I send a rebuttal
message? You got to listen to it again. Like, did I say something? Like, why?
I went back and listened to my message. I was like, okay, that sounded like I meant what I said. Look, should I write a rebuttal? Nope. I'm gonna just let
that is so funny.
Let's see what happens. Okay, 50 minutes now. Minutes. Okay, 50 minutes. Sister Lee. Right. She about to fire me.
Oh my god, she does. She is kind of like the.
But no, she's amazing at what she does.
Her heels, so she keeps it together.
She is fucking, and I won't repeat this ever again past today. But she is fucking amazing at what she do.
You're so funny. I'm never gonna get over that. When I'm gonna give my retirement speech before 45, I'm like, and I left this nigga on red for
42 minutes. 42 minutes of my life.
There's gonna be people in the audience like, she ain't responded to me in 42 days. Like, what are you talking about?
Don't care.
She must like you.
Longest drive ever. I went from fucking Canton to Cleveland and shit, and still was like, oh fuck. I said something stupid. I know it.
Oh god, that was good.
But no, she is good at what she do. Like I said, when you have 3 black women in your ear and all they're all on the same page, you know, without talking to each other, they all tell you the same thing.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
You know, it's you know you're on the right path because it's like, okay, I heard it from her. She just told me to shut the fuck up and get to work. She just told me to shut the fuck up and stop breathing goofy. She just told me, nigga, just don't breathe it all, just keep going. I'm just like, okay.
Just don't breathe. You
can rest. Why are you breathing? Why?
You can take small sips of
There's
air.
Work to do.
Hey, I ain't going to hold you, and I ain't trying to put us on blast, ladies, but I do think some radar goes off in us sometimes when y'all are too comfortable, relaxed, and we just feel away. And it'd be like, do you have peace right now? Because
no way.
Is that serenity I feel in
I got
air?
a day off from work and I didn't make dinner or anything like that. Like,
are you relaxed?
No. See, I was scrubbing the sheet. I was scrubbing the sheets, baby.
No, I was just getting right to it.
Is that serenity?
I was scrubbing the
air?
sheet. See?
Is that
He's gone.
Is that tranquility I taste in the atmosphere?
It's some weird thing with women because I've done it to my son. I've done it to my man. And then when they mess with me, I'll be like, I'm peaceful and I ain't even bothering y'all. What are y'all doing? They both give me this look like,
nigga.
I know you not. Like my son would never say it, but it's definitely giving it a look like, bitch, I know you fucking like. I know that look.
Give you that Will Smith meme, like
it's definitely like what? So I think it's a woman thing. I don't know why we do it. So sorry, guys.
It's a guilt thing. Man. We feel the guilt. I'm like, let me get my ass up and get this because she gonna cuss me. All right.
Yeah, well, man, try that 3 times in 3 different time zones in 3 different places. Like I get voice messages like, did you do the thing? Like, no, I was at work.
I was at work.
About you about working. I come home like, hey, did you do that thing you was talking about? No, I was working, nigga. Who the fuck told you to work at work? It's like, damn.
We trying to get you out of working at work, so you got to work on other stuff at work. You can't work at work.
So now I'm in the truck driving, looking at venues, sipping a latte in this hand with no hands on the wheel, just doing 70.
I gotta figure this shit out.
Jesus, take the wheel. I got work to do.
I remember when I was first telling Chris about revamping the site how I wanted. I would just send him all these different screenshots or whatever else. And every time he would send me a voice message back, I hear all these fucking machinery and sentinels he's working on in the background. I'm like, fuck all that shit. Update the site, like I fucking said. I don't fucking care.
What made it worse was like, okay, here's pictures. This is what do you think?
I was on it. I was like, go do this shit. But I have the willful ignorance of what y'all do. Just technically, I don't do on some of that stuff, or I don't know how to. So it's very easy for me to just throw something at DC and be like, just fucking figure it out. And he's like, bitch, I need a minute.
I was like, yeah,
I had to take a pee break.
I need to drink water right now. I'll get right on that, boss.
No. He's like, I haven't even thought about this. I was like, okay, well, when you can, we're going to get this figured out before the end of the month, okay?
The other day, she was like, so what do you want these people to do? And I was like, show up? She's like, no, beyond that. I was like, have fun? No, nigga, why are they there? I was like, I don't know.
He started crying on the voice message.
I was like, just leave me alone. What do you want from me? I cried for real. I was like, wait, they got to do more than just show up and have fun? What the fuck is this?
You put the Tyrese on him. You be like, what more do you want from me?
Yes, man, she was stressing me the fuck out. I was like, what more do they got to do? Why do they gotta do more?
Now what more do we gotta do? I made the flyer, damn.
I was like, damn, they just show up and have fun. It's like, no, they gotta have more to do. I was like, what?
You thought it was fun at the convention? Nah, nigga.
They can't just have fun, nigga. They gotta have more. I don't have no more to give. Find some. I was like,
find some, right.
Pretty much. And welcome to talking to CJ every day. Welcome to my life.
I was like, this is what it's like.
This is all trickle down.
But see, I hear how CJ says it. It's a little calmer.
Fuck you, Chris.
I love you. I love you.
Oh, she was calm. She was dead calm. She was like,
but it didn't have that air of nigga.
Nah, nigga. When I heard it, I was like, Satan.
Y'all fuck y'all.
It's like, find more for them to do. I was like, okay.
Not him saying Satan.
I looked over like, this nigga ain't show up on my shoulder.
He calls now. Okay.
Like, Angel gonna save me today, huh? I just gotta find out. All right.
Oh, no, you good. No, Satan sitting up there like, I ain't got shit to do with this, bro. This on you, baby.
I was like, damn, little Angel ain't was like, nah, you ain't gotta do it, Jay. She was like, nigga, do it. Don't listen to that little nigga.
Don't listen to that little nigga over there.
Maybe we should chill out a little bit. Have yourself some tequila.
And then she does one of these moves.
Like, if you taking a drink, you better be working.
Are you talking?
Oh yeah, I want to hear that. I think he left me a voice message like that one time. I was like, I'm gonna chill, drink some Terramana. You better look at some motherfucking videos.
She's like, you better be looking at some color swatches and everything. I was like,
some color swatches. I did. I thought, like, bitch, it's like planning a wedding. So I was like,
shit. All right, color swatches
I'm so
it is. Guzzle.
Oh my god. Okay.
Way too funny. My face. I needed that laugh, child. Okay, Chris, tell the people they can find you.
I'm
sorry.
Yes, Lord.
Oh, I forgot we was on. We were still. Sorry.
Oh my god. Go to IG. Go to IG. Get the Blur's Eye View. You find a link tree in the bio. Click on the link tree. It'll send you to YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube, and the Facebook pages. And you will get us every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern with my other co-host Tracy Carr, as we talk about all the stuff that only we can talk about. Also, go to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell. You'll get more news and reviews from Fury's Reviews and Reacts. And like I do with every show, without Candy B jumping on my back.
I'm tired of you hoes. To be honest.
I love you. I love you. I love you.
I gave you so much props that I've never given on air in front of live people.
I'm gonna record that. Like, I love hearing people praise me. Like, I'm literally gonna play it back, and then like my man's gonna come through the door.
She's used to it. She's used to it. I got the praise. I got the praise. Get to work. I got the praise.
Love it. Love it.
Well, we'll check you out. I'll check you out this Thursday with me and Tracy. We'll be talking about some more nerdy stuff from a Blur's point of view. And check us out next Tuesday, as we talk about more crazy nerdy stuff. But like I do with every show, remember to educate yourself and others. What you got? You forgot? Or you was it?
Let me Matt.
The map.
Okay, that's the next. The 16th, I might be predisposed of Madden come out.
I was gonna say
I'm predisposed. Shut up.
He said the map. I'm like, what map? I'm like, map.
I didn't know. Yeah, when he said map, you know all the shit we talk about. I'm like, what is going on?
Like, what is another
Madden,
map?
the new football game come out. So
there's gonna be a map of how many niggas.
This shit got us stressed out already.
I'm off Wednesday, so it come out Tuesday night.
There it is. I promise
if you
you.
change,
I've never seen people
here,
take
quick
off
hack.
for a game
If
like
you
that.
guys are trying to get a game that come out, if you change your shit to oh wow, Chris, there you go. That's for you. If you change your time zone to New Zealand.
What the hell is all this? What is this? Naked HD. Have a good time.
Find my
What type
love.
of show are we running?
I don't know what type of show this turned into. Not the
Is
show I
this
thought it
when we
was.
record past 10:30? Is this what's going on? What's happening?
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Never mind.
This is not the After Dark show.
Apparently, somebody wants it to be.
Exactly.
Theirs fully loaded.
Remember that. Educate yourself and others, entertain yourself and others, and most of all, encourage yourself and others. And don't be like the weirdo that's on the channel, which I gotta wipe that shit out. Until next mission.
That's what she said.
I'll see y'all later.
Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.